Hey dads and coaches, welcome to Whiteboard Wednesdays. I'm Coach Mac with Authority Football, and today we're going to talk about making the long throws easy. And unfortunately, a lot of coaches say that phrase more like, make the long throws easy. And it's not always easy, especially if we don't give our quarterbacks, or if you as a quarterback don't understand how your footwork affects timing and how timing affects ball flight and how ball flight affects distance of the route where the reception actually happens. And so there's actually really irrefutable math that's behind this. You don't have to know or be interested in that math, but I'm going to give you a little glimpse into that's actually happening today. And this is from a real life example that I just got a chance to coach with yesterday that I see really all the time. And one of our quarterback athletes who's a freshman was working with his school coach, and his coach wanted him to be throwing a deep corner route. So that's what we're going to talk about here. So I know there's a lot of diagrams here. It looks like a blueprint, but focus with me on the blue route. So this is a number 2 receiver, right? The numbers are out here. The hash is here. We're throwing the ball from the middle of the field. The number 2 receiver is running about an 8-step corner route. So this blue route that I have right there, okay? Now, this athlete was throwing this throw with a 3-step hitch out of shotgun, the equivalent of a 5-step with a hitch from under center. Now, what happens when you throw that with a hitch is we add time, and if you're adding time, where does the receiver's route continue to go? It continues to get deeper and wider, okay? So, and it's just the difference between not hitching and hitching in this case. Now, throwing it with the hitch, this quarterback simply could not hit this route. Period. He just couldn't hit it. It was out of his range every single time, and the receiver would have to hit the brakes, slow down, and so forth. He was not physically capable of doing this. Really a bright kid, really great quarterback, and he's still physically developing to be able to make those longer throws. So he couldn't make this route right here. Okay. Now, with the hitch, that's taken about 2.5 seconds for that footwork to occur. Now, in 2.5 seconds, that route is getting about there. Okay, he's getting about that deep. He's getting about 37 yards deep. He's getting about 25 yards wide. So take you back to sophomore geometry, and what we have is a simple equation of where that ball is going to intersect the receiver. And if we let him get that far and that wide, the hypotenuse of the throw, the actual radius of the ball flight distance, is 45 yards in the air. So when you think about your guys throwing, just line up 45 yards away straight and see, can he throw that with the velocity that is required for the throw that we need him to do. And as a quarterback, ask yourself and just simply go out and see what is your radius. Everyone has a radius. Find out what your radius is that you can confidently throw. 45 yards was outside of this quarterback's radius. Now, if we take away the hitch and we throw that on the 3rd step from shotgun or the 5th step from under center, it takes 2.3 seconds. That 0.2 of a second makes a tremendous difference because of the equation that's happening with ball flight and time and speed and velocity of the route and all that sort of stuff, which is why it's so exponential with just that 2.2 seconds. Without the hitch, we're going to hit that ball right about here. Okay? Now the hypotenuse of that throw, which is only about 20 yards wide where it intersects him, only about 27 yards down the field where it intersects him, the hypotenuse of that is 33 yards. So you can see a significant difference, and this is not totally to visual scale here, but it's kind of close, is 33 yards. Being able to go 33 yards with that type of velocity is much more manageable. And for this quarterback, it was right on the edge of his power radius. So he could be successful simply by getting rid of the hitch and throwing on that 3rd step on the rhythm of the top of the drop. And now he can be successful. So if you're a coach, set your players up to be successful. Understand how the footwork affects the timing. And if you got a big old strong kid and a fast kid out here, let him hitch. As a matter of fact, it benefits you if he can blow the top off of that, if your quarterback can throw it. If he can't, have him throw it on that step right there. Or have this stem in and run the post corner. Delay the time so that we know that he can hit a ball in here. So make sure you do what's necessary when you coordinate to make sure that the route is catching the ball inside the radius of the quarterback. And if you're a quarterback, understand what your radius is. And if you simply can't hit a throw, don't throw it. Be confident that you don't need to throw that. There should be other routes to be able to hit. And then secondly, understand how can you shorten any part of this? Can we shorten the drop? And if it doesn't matter, then shorten the drop? Or can we shorten the distance of part of the angles? If we drew the same route and we compress that into the boundary, then you're gonna have a shorter route. If we drew that route with a sprint out right here, okay, then we're gonna have a shorter route. So there's a lot of ways that you can control with timing the distance of your route and therefore the distance of your throw and therefore the chances of your success. So sorry for the beautiful mind equation and heavy math lesson today, but I hope that simply illustrates some irrefutable facts about the physical world we live in and the math behind your success. Thanks for watching. We'll look forward to seeing you next week. Hey, this is Coach Mac. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel.